It started, as it had in many other US cities, as a protest against ICE agents on immigration raids. But in Minneapolis yesterday, it ended with a 37-year-old woman shot dead in her car. What you're about to see is shocking.
No! No! Oh my God! What the What the You just what the
The basic sequence of events is not in dispute. A Honda Pilot driven by the victim reversed, then moved forward. An ICE agent was close to the vehicle. The agent fired shots. But the interpretation of who is at fault is dividing an already fractured America. Within a few hours, and with no formal investigation, President Trump and his team blamed the woman, named locally as a 37-year-old mother, Renee Good, for her own death, calling the event domestic terrorism. The leadership conventions of calling for calm or scrutiny, seemingly from a bygone era.
ICE agents repeatedly ordered her to get out of the car and to stop obstructing law enforcement, but she refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
But Democrat officials in the city haven't held back in their interpretation, they too abandoning normal political language, putting the blame squarely at the feet of an overzealous immigration enforcement agency.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is to ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
On a social media platform, President Trump said the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. Referring to the ICE agent, he said it's hard to believe he's alive. This is the video he posted, which he says proves that the ICE agent was hit by the vehicle and where interpretation radically differs. The questions that will be disputed in the days and weeks to come. Did the agent have a genuine, reasonable fear for his life in that moment, or did he create the very danger he then used lethal force to escape? Another angle appears to show the vehicle momentarily moving forwards towards the officer before turning as if to drive off, and the officer shooting at the vehicle 3 times.
I'm a physician!
Hey, listen,
In the moments after, video footage shows desperate passers-by being prevented from helping the victim.
We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor! You caught butter in the face! You killed my neighbor! No justice!
This isn't an isolated incident. In the last 4 months alone, immigration officers have fired on at least 9 people in 5 states and Washington, D.C. At least 1 other person died. People in Minneapolis know too well how quickly anger over the use of force can boil over. It was less than a mile from yesterday's killing that George Floyd was shot by a police officer in 2020, leading to nationwide protests. That the city now finds itself at the centre of another explosive national conversation around state violence will only deepen the distrust felt towards those meant to be protecting them.